Greetings, beloved, and welcome to the best days of your life. I hope that you are feeling well, and if not, I hope you are actively finding ways to feel better, right? Welcome to the best days of your life. So today's video is about a comment posted on a video that I did earlier this week, or we can say last week. And that video is, if you want to check that out, that video is titled "My Father Abandoned Me and I Rewrote My Story." Okay, and very quickly, that video is talking about a traumatic experience that I went through with my father with abandonment, and how I had to overcome that and stop letting that be my self-identification, and stop letting that traumatic experience define my self-image. Okay, and one of the comments, and first and foremost, thank you to this person, and they are Real God's Beloved. Okay, this is on YouTube. Again, this comment was left on YouTube, and I thought this comment was super important because they pointed out something, and what they pointed out was forgiveness. And what they said exactly is, highly recommended that we forgive these people, and then parentheses they put our parents, and whoever these people may be, whoever wronged you, whoever abused you, whoever neglected you, whoever that individual is, right? You can place their name there. Highly recommend that we forgive these people for things they may or may not have done. They tend to just be like us right now, discovering life. And that was such a key point. This is why forgiveness is so important. Sometimes we're forgiving individuals who did not intentionally harm us. That wasn't their purpose. While some of them, that was their purpose, right? For my father, there's nothing in me that feels like he was purposely trying to harm me. It wasn't intentional harm, right? And so that's one reason for forgiveness, right? And some of these individuals are intentionally harming us, right? And they knew exactly what they was doing. It was done with purpose, right? I think this helped me move on to other things that matter in life, like raising my own family, to see how much change I can make. So very perfect. So what I wanted to highlight in this person comment was forgiveness. That was the key point to me, forgiveness, and how important it is to tap in to forgiving others. And most times we're forgiving these other people for them, right? Oh, I'm forgiving them to help them sleep at night. No, you're forgiving them to heal yourself, right? We don't realize how much energy we use holding on to experiences, holding on to traumatic experiences like that, and how those traumatic experiences are going to navigate how we respond to the world and respond to ourselves. So while we're holding on to fear, holding on to the elements of neglect and abandonment, it is not helping us to move forth or create what it is that we want, right? So when you're putting all focus on the wrongdoer, all focus on the abuser, all focus on the neglector, you are in fact neglecting yourself, and you are disconnecting from the source, right? The source of all, the source of pure positivity, the source of infinite blessing and infinite prosperity. You are connecting to that traumatic experience versus that being an experience that you endured but is not your sum total, right? So that's what we must remember, that our forgiveness is for ourselves. So many times we're thinking we're forgiving them. No, the ideal of forgiving is a intentional decision, right? And this intentional decision allows for you to be set free. When you're holding on to those traumatic experiences, it lowers your vibration, and it makes it harder for you to attract the things that you truly desire out of life, right? So let's read, gonna read you the psychological definition of forgiveness. So this is not just like the normal definition in the Bible, in the dictionary, but we're gonna look at psychologically, what is forgiveness. Forgiveness is an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger, How much anger are you harboring in yourself? How much anger are you holding on into yourself because other people have done you something, right? And it's so interesting because what you'll find is a lot of times when we see angry people, right, there might be people that you have classified as angry. Every time I come across this individual, they are mad at the world, right? You meet people, every time you see them, they face all balled up, they look like they're ready to fight every single time. If you would look into this person's history, you will see they are holding on to so much resentment, right? They are holding on to what everybody else have done them until they have literally let that take over the makeup of them. Imagine people who you have listed in their personality traits as mean, evil, angry. You will see that these people experience traumatic situations and they never got over it. They begin to live in that personality. They begin to live in the resentment, live in the anger, and you see it in everything they do. Funny story. I was telling my mom this. I was like, as children, every time you were mad, I tasted it in your food. When she was angry, the food was never tasty. I'm talking about somebody who's a fabulous cook. But when she was mad, the food would be horrible. When you are mad, there is a energy and an aura that comes with that. And the aura is so huge. It's so powerful that you will literally block your blessings. Your blessings scared of you because you so angry and you so upset. Your blessings are running from you because that's not the frequency in which the blessings are vibrating on, right? So when we look here, forgiveness is a voluntary process that involves a change in feelings and attitude. Feelings and attitude. What attitude are you carrying? Some of us are carrying the same attitude that we said we don't like. The same attitude that we said is harmful and is not beneficial. We're carrying that same attitude. Some of us are beginning to carry the attitude of our parents. That same angry black mother that you said you didn't like, now you're carrying her personality. Now you're carrying her attitude. Oh, nature, her day. Ooh. Woo, them trees started moving, baby. Okay. Some of us are carrying those same elements from our fathers. Those same fathers that abandoned you, now you have become the father that's abandoning. And this is the reason why you really have to pick and choose and make a decision on who you want to be and being intentional about your behaviors. Now, here's the benefits of forgiveness. Forgiveness, and this is scientifically proven. The study is in front of me. Forgiveness has been linked to decreasing illness such as cancer, high blood pressure, and here's another thing. We found that when people let go of these traumatic experiences, their immune system became stronger. Your body don't even operate the same from a forgiving temple to a temple that is hovering nothing but anger and animosity and resentment. That temple is not going to thrive like the other one, right? This one, when you hear people say, oh, they died from a broken heart. Continuously living in depression, right? Waking up and making a decision. I am choosing to be angry again today about something that happened 10 years ago. It's a decision. You have to be intentional about how you are feeling. When you feel yourself feeling upset and angry, choose another feeling. And sometimes you have to make yourself stop thinking about something. So if there's something that's worrying me and I cannot think about that thing that's worrying me in connection to something positive, I stop thinking about it. So Queen, if you can't think nothing positive about this topic, then you don't need to think about it right now. Let me know when you can come up with a more positive vibration, and then we can have the conversation, right? So sometimes you're gonna have to tell yourself, I am no longer thinking about that. I'm taking a break from that topic, okay? Now, forgiveness can lead you down the path of physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The more you free yourself of this anger and resentment trapped inside your body, which is literally hindering you from completing big goals and dreams in your own head, the more you hold on to those things, you are decreasing your total well-being, and you're causing for that same energy, that same vibration to literally keep multiplying. So your body literally keeps creating more anger, keeps storing more anger, creating more anger, right? And you have to break the cycle. What are you going to actively do to break the cycle of anger and sadness and resentment inside of you? What are you going to do to break the cycle of jealousy and envy? It needs to be a practice, and then you practice the practicing. So if you need to read the Bible at night to help you have a more positive mindset, do it. If you need to do meditation 3 times a day, do it. If you need to set alarms to help to remind you to do the meditation, do it. If you need to do yoga, do it. Exercise, do it. Some of us need to be on a fast. If you find yourself in the middle of turmoil for days, watch what you're eating. Sometimes take a step back. Just fruits and vegetables. Do a fruit fast and see the difference in how your brain processes thoughts, right? Okay, here we go. I just want to add this piece in here before we go. Forgiveness heals you. It's for you. Some of us are placing too many emphasis on the other part. I don't want to forgive them for what they did. They did this to me. They did that to my child. I don't want to forgive them for what they did. But you're the one holding on to it. It's infecting your system. It's infecting your behavior patterns, your thoughts. It's infecting you. It's causing dis-ease and disease in your body, in your temple. You have to be willing to forgive you, right? Forgive you for what you didn't know. Forgive you for not being an advocate for yourself. And forgive them so you can be set free. Enjoy your beautiful days, loved ones.